everyone. My name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living program. Thank you for joining me today for another week of Vital Fitness. I hope you're all taking care, staying warm in your homes, especially if you're in Minnesota in this weather we're experiencing right now. But anyway, let's get seated in our chair. Make sure it's a chair with no wheels underneath. You're wearing your comfortable clothing on. Have a water bottle nearby you as well. Feel free to take any breaks that you need to. And let's start with some deep breathing here. So place your hands on your stomach. We're going to inhale through our nose, let it reach all the way down to our belly as though we're inflating the belly with all the air. And then we're deflating it as we exhale. So let's do that. Let's inhale all the way in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale again. And exhale. One more time. Inhale all the way in through your nose. Exhale all the way out. Okay, this is an all abilities exercise class. So go ahead and we're going to move our head and our neck. Feel free to just test the movement if you're not used to moving that. But we are going to look to the right, look straight ahead, to the left. And feel free to change up the pace as well. So we are easing our way into all of these movements, warming it up so that we can do bigger movements. Okay, one more time on each side now. Same thing, look up to the ceiling, look straight ahead, down to the floor. Again, just the head and the neck moving. You're not following with your shoulders here. Try to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. You can also practice some deep breathing with this. So you can inhale when you look up. Exhale, look straight ahead. Inhale again. And exhale. One more time now on each, not side, but with each movement. Okay. Now moving on to your shoulders, let's go ahead and raise our shoulders up and down, as though we're shrugging our shoulders up and down. Breathing as we do this, release any tension that you might be feeling in your shoulders. Take deep breaths in and out. Okay, when you feel ready to, go ahead and roll those shoulders forward, starting with small circles. Still going forward here. If you're ready to do bigger circles, what you can do is, if you watch my arms are just resting at the sides, but I'm going to use my elbows to also draw those circles. And that makes a bigger circle, more flexibility, and only do this if it feels right to you, if you're getting a good stretch. If it is too much of a stretch, if it's painful, just go ahead and stop what you're doing. We want to make sure that none of these stretches are painful and that we're breathing throughout all of them. Okay, one more. And rest. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's start with our smaller circles again, going backwards. Same thing. Small circles. Try to gradually make them bigger as you feel your shoulders warm up. I know mine are starting to get quite tired. I feel it in my back 2, releasing any tension with that. And if you can, go ahead and let the elbows also follow through. That might mean that we're not doing our circles as fast, and that's okay. We're going for the stretch here, not for speed. And you want to warm up. So take a deep breath in and out. One more in and out. Okay, our shoulders are pretty warmed up. Let's move down to our arms now. We're going to stretch both hands to the sides. Imagine you're getting pulled by the sides, being pulled past your fingertips. And then we are going to open it up a little bit wider. What that looks like, if you look at my arms, they are moving and they're moving backwards here. So straight to the sides, and then we're going to move the hands a little bit back behind us, opening up that chest, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, relax, arms to the sides again. Let's try that again. Inhale through the nose, and then bring those arms back as you exhale. Okay, come back to the sides again. We're going to try that one more time here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale as you move your arms back. You might notice that you can stretch a little bit farther with your arms or with your breath exhaling as you move it back. And that's a nice trick to do as well, to really test that stretch and stretch a little bit farther. Okay. Rest those shoulders. I'm sure they're feeling tired. Okay. Coming down to the hands now. We are going to open up our hands, close it into a fist. Open up our hands, close into a fist. And keep on doing that. You don't have to have it this high up. You can keep it down here if you'd like. I'm doing it this high up so that the camera can see what I'm doing. But take your time with this. It's actually a lot better if you go slower. Really control each movement, extending your fingers, slowly curling them back, and putting a lot of intention into those fingertips. Okay, stretch your fingers nice and wide here. We're going to have our palms face the floor and then face the ceiling. Face the floor and face the ceiling. Again, you can keep it pretty low down here. I'm simply showing it to the camera so that you can see what my hands are doing. You can relax those hands if they're starting to feel strained or tired from stretching, up to you. You can add a bit of a brain exercise with this, with having one up and one arm down if you'd like. But no need to confuse yourself if it's too much. So that's the brain exercise though, to confuse yourself a bit. Okay, let's move on to our fingertips this time. Touch each finger with your thumb and just go through each finger that you have here. Take your time with this one again, go at your own pace. This one, you can definitely add a brain exercise to this, make it a little bit confusing, and work those muscles in your brain, kind of doing different finger order, different speeds, going faster, trying to keep it uniform. And it gets pretty tiring too, the more you do it. And relax. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. If it's too much to shake, feel free to just wave it out Wave it out, or shake, whichever one works. Take a deep breath in, inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Deep breath in, inhale. And out, exhale. Okay. Drink some water if you haven't yet. Make sure that you are not getting thirsty. You want to drink even if you're not thirsty. That way we stay hydrated, and we want to stay hydrated throughout the whole time that we have today and throughout the whole day too, so keep drinking that water. Okay, we are going to move down now to our abs, our core, and we do have it even if we think we don't. They're always there. It's our muscles that are there that keep us up. We are going to turn to the side, so we're not just our head and our neck moving, but also our shoulders moving. So go ahead and turn to the side, look straight ahead, down to the floor. Just add a slight bit of warmth building as we kind of turn side to side here, taking deep breaths in and out. Making sure we are inhaling and exhaling, and we're not holding our breath. Okay, if you feel ready to, go ahead and look all the way back behind you. Feel free to slow down the pace a bit since you're going a little bit farther. Being aware of your surroundings, seeing what's around you. Okay, one more on each side. There's one. And another one. Take a deep breath in and out. Okay, continuing with our abs here. We are going to have our hands right in front of us. So, hands right in front. My hands are just simply clasped together, palms together. And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring my hands to my pocket, to my hip, extend it out again, and then bring it to the other hip. So, this is what it looks like on one side here. I'm going to the hip, extending out to the hip again. This is what it looks like from the front. So hands in front to the hip, hands in front to the hip, in front, hip, in front, hip. So imagine you're putting something into your pocket, kind of here at both sides of the hip. If it is too much to stretch that far, simply just retract it back right here. That's okay, you can keep it here. You don't have to complete the whole movement if that is painful for you. You want to make sure you're not making things painful. Things might get tiring, but it shouldn't ever be painful. And keep going side to side here. And you're turning your torso at the same time. This is a little bit easier to see if I'm on my side here. But when I have my hands in front of me, my chest is facing the front, and then I swing it to one side, whichever side that is, my chest is facing close to the side. So there's a slight twisting motion in a way as we do this movement. Let's practice this for 3 more times here. So there's 1. Twisting those shoulders to the side as you put something into your pocket. And 3, last one. And relax those arms. I'm sure they're getting tired. We've had it up for quite a while. Drink some more water. Take deep breaths if you'd like to just take a bit of a break. Okay, moving on to our legs this time. So, this time we are going to extend one leg up, bring that down, extend the other leg up, and bring that down. If you can only go up to a certain height, maybe it's just an inch, maybe 2 inches off the floor, that's okay. The important part is that we are continuing to move to the best of our abilities. What I do here is simply a skeleton, a guide of what you could potentially do, but you don't have to mirror me exactly what it looks like. You can do it to the best of your abilities, and you know your body best to be able to do that. So, want to make sure you're taking care of your body and not pushing it too hard to the point where it's more painful than it is benefiting you to do these exercises. So, keep extending those legs, keeping about the same speed as it comes up, same speed as it comes down. Really, actually, the slower you go, the more difficult this becomes. It becomes quite a task for your thighs, warming up a lot as we do this. Let's just do this one more time on each side here. So go ahead and go 1, and last one, 2, and relax. Take a deep breath in and out. Continuing with these exercises, we are going to lift our leg. So my foot, is just lifting a little bit off the ground, lifting 1 and then the other. 1 and the other. The rest of my body is nice and relaxed. You can just be sitting right there, making sure you're not slouching either. Keeping a nice straight posture as you do this. If you're starting to get tired, simply lower that height in which your knee is hitting. Okay, we're going to speed up our legs a little bit, have our blood pumping a bit through our heart. So if you can, go ahead and speed up, lifting those legs, focusing on the speed in which you do it. Maybe you're not lifting it as high, and that's okay. If you can, speed it up a little bit more. When you're speeding it up and you're really focusing on this, don't forget to breathe. We might find ourselves holding our breath, and that's actually not helping us at all. So go ahead and breathe as you do this. And then go ahead and slow it back down, still breathing as we go. Taking deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling all the way through as we slow to stop. And let's take a drink of water after all of that. Take some deep breaths. Okay, now let's go ahead and do some sit to stand exercises. So this will look different depending on what variation you end up doing, but I'll show the first variation here where, well, we all do this, but we sit towards the edge of the chair, feet flat onto the floor. Posture is nice and straight, nice and upright the whole time. Shoulders relax and roll that back. And let's take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. Okay, first motion, this is the same for everyone. So go ahead and extend forward as you inhale. Come back as you exhale. Let's try that again. Inhale and exhale. If you can only extend so far, if it's too much to kind of go farther, that's okay. Again, I'm only a skeleton of what could be. You don't have to follow me exactly the way I'm doing it. Okay, try that again one more time. Inhale and exhale. So if you've noticed, I keep my back straight the whole time. To do that, I kind of engage my core to be able to do that stretching. Otherwise, I'd just be like this if I'm not doing any work right here. So they're connected in that way. Okay. And try to look up. Look up the whole time, because if we look down, our trajectory is going downwards. If we're looking down, we want to make sure we're looking upwards, because this is a sit to stand exercise. Okay. Second part to our sit to stand is lifting a little bit off our chair. I'll show what that looks like. And so, with the first motion, just stretching forward, no lifting. We do that first. Inhale. Exhale. Now we lift ourselves up. Inhale. And exhale. So to do that, you would use your arms for momentum if you don't need that support in front of you. Otherwise, if you would like an extra added support, go ahead and grab a chair from your room, another chair, or if you have a sturdy table that's right in front of you, that could work too. Just make sure it's something that's not going to move around, something that you can hold on to and kind of boost yourself up with, and then slowly, gently come back sitting down. So, I'll show what that looks like now with a chair-assisted version. And I'm going to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Make sure I'm seated towards the edge of my chair. There's room underneath the legs, feet flat on the floor, shoulders rolled back, and posture is upright the whole time. We are going to do our momentum-based sit to stand that builds up. And to do that, let's do our first movement. Inhale as we lean forward. Exhale. Lift a little now. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so that's what a chair-assisted version looks like. So you have that chair-assisted, or simply using the arms for momentum. I'll show one other variation here. Feel free to choose whichever one you'd like to stick with right now. But here is one other. If you need an extra momentum and not just your arms doing the movement, you can add your legs to help with that momentum. To do that, you're going to rock back, lift the legs. So I'm right here, kind of sitting straight, and then I'm going to rock back, lean back behind me, lift those legs, and then use the legs pushing into the ground, the arms bring myself up to build that momentum. So let's try that one time here, and we'll add it to the very first movement that we have, which is leaning over and no lifting. So again, sit towards the edge of your chair, shoulders rolled back, and inhale as you lean forward, no lifting. Exhale, rock back, lift a little as we inhale, exhale as we gently lower ourselves. Try not to plop down either. So, I've showed all three variations. Choose whichever one makes the most sense to you. Let's all do that one together here. Let's practice that again. And take a deep breath in and inhale. Deep breath out, exhale. Go ahead and look straight ahead, keeping that posture nice and straight, shoulders rolled back. Inhale as we lean forward, no lifting. Exhale. Lift a little now. Inhale. And exhale. Let's add our very last motion to the sit to stand, which is, of course, standing up all the way. So we add all three of those, kind of patch them all up together to build that momentum and hopefully help us get up. Okay. And also, I forgot to mention that if you would like to stay seated the whole time, you can do this staying seated the whole time. Simply continue doing our first motion where we lean forward with no lifting. Even though others may be lifting, keep on doing this. And this eventually builds up that strength, because we can all build strength no matter what age we are or what ability we might have. Even the smallest of things, that is still an improvement to our fitness, our bodies. Okay. So take a deep breath in, inhale. Take a deep breath out, exhale. I'll do this 2 times. Feel free to watch the first time. But go ahead and inhale, no lifting. Exhale. Lift a little now. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale and exhale. Okay, if you managed to try that with me, go ahead and take a step back. Feel that chair behind you. You know where it is. You know where you're going to sit down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth as you gently lower yourself back to the ground. Okay. Let's try this now one more time, and feel free to keep on going. If you're starting to get tired, feel free to take a break too. But shoulders rolled back, you're sitting towards the edge of your chair, and take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. First motion, lean forward, no lifting. Inhale. Exhale. Lift a little now. Inhale. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, take a step back again. Feel that chair behind you. You know where it is. You know where you're going to sit down. You feel that with the back of your legs. You're going to take a deep breath in. Deep breath out as we gently lower ourselves back down. And we're going to try this one last time here. We are going to stay standing. For folks who'd like to stay seated, I'll show seated variations of our standing exercises, so don't worry about that. And let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. First motion, lean forward, no lifting. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Let's warm up those ankles now. So, whether you're seated or standing, you can go ahead and extend one leg and draw a circle with your toes. So, you don't have to have your leg this high up. I'm simply having it a little bit higher up so that you can see what I'm doing. But draw a circle with your legs here, not your legs, with your toes. Switch directions. Same thing. If you're hearing noises from your ankle, that's normal as long as it's not painful. I know I hear noises, so sometimes it just needs a little bit of waking up. Okay, relax. Other leg this time. Same thing. If you would like to test your balance even further, you can have your hand away from the chair if you'd like. Makes it a lot more challenging and difficult for the folks who are standing. And switch to the other side. Circle the other direction, same thing. Doing the same movement, trying to draw as big of a circle as you can. Okay, go ahead and rest. Let's go ahead and move side to side now. So you can hold on to the chair if you'd like for chair-assisted versions of any exercise that we do. Otherwise, feel free to stand away from the chair, have your hands at your sides, or go ahead and have your hands on your hips. But we are going to step to the right, step together, and step to the left. Together, to the right, and to the left. We're going side to side here. Keep going. If you are seated down, simply move your legs to the side. So side, other side. I am going to add a variation here for folks sitting down. What you can do to make it a little bit more challenging is to lift your leg as you go to the side. So, if you can see what my feet are doing, I'm lifting it off the ground as though I'm stepping over something. Taking deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling all the way through. If you are standing up, you can also lift your leg if you'd like. Imagine as though you're stepping over something. But I'm going to show you a different variation. Keep on going, keep on going. So you can also do it this way. Or no, there you go. This is what I was doing. You can also do it this way. Or you can add a slight, I am forgetting the word, but you can add a small squat. There you go. I remembered the word here. But to do a small squat, so step, side, feet are farther apart, kind of a little bit farther out from your hips. And then we're going to slightly squat. Imagine as though you're sitting down. What that looks like is like this right here, sitting down, then straightening it back up. So let's try that with the other side. Step to the side, add a small squat, straighten out, feet together. Side, squat, straighten out, feet together. Side, squat, straighten out, feet together. So these small squats, they can be as small as you want them to be. They can be bigger if you'd like. Bigger would simply mean going down lower. So if you went a little bit lower, kind of do a full-on squat even, that's pretty hard. That gets tiring very quickly. That is up to you how low you would like to go. The important part is that we are paying attention to our body the whole time. Again, it's an all abilities exercise class, so adjust to what is needed for you, and you know your body best to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and do this one more time on each side here. So here's one, and last one, two. Okay, so ending those mini squats there. Drink some water if you need to. Shake off those legs. Hold on to that chair for support if you need that as well. And let's do some deep breathing. Let's come back to our deep breathing. So, coming back to our deep breathing, we're going to place our hands on our stomach. We're going to inhale all the way in as though you're inflating air into your belly as you inhale it all the way in down to your belly. And then exhale that all out, deflating that belly. Let's try that again. Inhale all the way in. Exhale all the way out. Inhale all the way in. Exhale all the way out. One more time. Inhale all the way in. Exhale all the way out. And relax. Okay, so this time, let's go ahead and do one more standing exercise before we sit back down here. We are going to we're going to do an exercise that actually requires a little bit of coordination. Go ahead and sit down in your chair if you'd like, or stay standing, whatever works for you. I'll show both variations. But for this one, we're going to watch our feet here. Watch my feet. I'm going to step forward with my right foot, step together, step to the left with my left foot, step together, step back with my left foot, feet together, and step right, feet together. So, we're doing a square here, kind of one of those jazz squares. So, this is a coordination exercise where you're training our ability to be able to kind of put two and two together, having a lot of things moving at the same time, building up that body awareness. And also, because you're learning this virtually, this makes it more challenging. So, I'll show what this looks like from the back as well. So this is my right side, this is my left, and what I'm going to do, watch my feet here. I'm stepping forward with my right, feet together, stepping to the left side, feet together, stepping back with my left foot, so back with my left foot, feet together, stepping right, feet together. So I'll do that one more time here, facing the back, but we are going to step forward with our right side, forward, feet together, left side, step to the left, feet together, step back with your left again, back, feet together, and then step right, feet together. So, what this looks like sitting down, if you'd like to try it sitting down, same thing. Step forward with your right, feet together, step to the left, feet together, step back, feet together, step to the right, feet together. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. If this is confusing at all, you don't know what's happening, that's okay. If you're getting frustrated, feel free to just take a step back. But we will do this one more time here for the folks who would like to try. Go ahead and step forward with your right, feet together, step to the left, feet together, step back behind you, feet together, and step to the right, feet together. Okay, so we cooled down a bit from our exercises standing up. Go ahead and sit back down here, drink some water, take some deep breaths again. And we are continuing our leg exercises. So this time, let's go ahead and raise both legs up. So raise them up again, just your legs, doing all the work here. And then what we're going to do, we can either point our toes or flex them, whichever one works, point or flex, but we are going to do some flutter kicks. So, flutter kicks are these small kicks that I'm doing right now if you watch my legs. The rest of my body, nice and relaxed. I mean, it might not feel relaxed because we're getting tired, but again, all of the exercise and all the all the movements happening from your legs here. So don't strain any other part of your body as we do this. But keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in the air. Hold it in the air just a little bit more. I know it's getting tired. It's getting heavy. And gently back down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Notice, were you holding your breath during that moment? I know I was holding my breath a little, and I need to remind myself to also breathe while doing those strenuous exercises. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, this time let's relax our legs. Come back to our core here, building back up again. And we are going to have our hands stretching forward in front of us. So arms stretching forward, and then we are going to pull it back behind us. So we're not quite doing our core here. It's really more of our arms doing the movement. But again, do this to your own ability, to whatever ability you might have. Go ahead and stretch the arms out in front of you. Pull it back as though you're going a boat. And as we pull back here, we are engaging those back muscles. So from the front, this is what I look like, engaging the back muscles. As we pull back, also notice I'm not leaving my elbows out like this. I'm keeping my elbows nice and tucked in if I can, so I'm not doing this kind of movement, but I am doing a movement where I keep my elbows nice and tucked in and really feel my back work in this type of movement. So take deep breaths in and out as you do this. You can inhale, exhale as you pull. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One last inhale, exhale. And relax those arms. If you're starting to get tired, don't worry, we are almost done. Feel free to relax though. No need to push yourself if it's too much. Go ahead and extend one arm off to the side now. We want to extend it as though it's extending past our fingertips here to the side. And then we're having it come across our body like this. And then resetting. Other side, feel those fingertips stretch all the way to the side. And then have it come across our body. And then reset. When we have it come across our body, we are not turning with it. Even though that often allows us to be a little bit more flexible, we're not turning with it, but we're keeping our body facing straight the whole entire time. So I'll come a little bit closer here for you to see. But extend one arm to the side and have your arm come across the body. Extend the other arm to the side. Have it come across. This is actually one of the exercises that we do in our Matter of Balance fall prevention class that we have coming up. So if you are interested in learning about that class, it has a small exercise component as well. It's a good class, good Juniper evidence-based class that really helps us be able to prevent falls. So if you're interested, feel free to leave a comment or send us a message on Facebook. But go ahead and keep extending that arm to the side, have it come across. Other arm to the side, come across. And let's do one last for each side here. And relax. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Okay, coming back to our head and our neck here. Well, not quite our head and our neck, just our shoulders for right now. But let's go ahead and shrug those shoulders up and down. I'm messing up my words here, but shrugging the shoulders up and down, up and down. I'm sure they're quite warmed up here now with all the stretching that we've been doing. Let's continue stretching these shoulders while also stretching our arm. So what we're going to do next is we're going to extend one arm, have it come across our body, and then we're going to place our other hand, hold on to our forearm here, and we're going to let it extend a little bit farther to the side. So feel that stretch right here and on your shoulder as well. Let's try that with the other side now. Have it come across. Hold on to your forearm. Let it stretch a little bit more to the side until you feel a stretch right here, your tricep. Take a deep breath in and out. And relax. Let's try that again. Stretch it to the side. Have it come across. If you are able, go ahead and bring the shoulder down if you can. Have a nice shoulder stretch as well. Try that on the other side now. Have it come across your body. Hold on to that forearm if you can. Bring the shoulder down so that you get a stretch from your shoulder as well as you extend to the side. Loosen that up. Now coming to our head and our neck here. We're going to do some head and neck exercises, so make sure it's nice and warmed up. Know what it's about to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to pull our shoulders down, keeping those shoulders down, and then we're going to tilt our head to the side. Imagine as though your ear is trying to reach your shoulder, but you're not doing this where you're lifting your shoulder. You're having both shoulders pulled down here until you feel a stretch right there. Switch to the other side. So if you feel a stretch right at your neck, maybe you feel it all the way into your shoulder as well. That's what you want to feel. Remember, we shouldn't be stretching way too far right away. We'll keep on doing this and it can stretch a little bit more each time. But go ahead. Switch. Deep breath in. Out. Deep breath in. Out. Other side. Deep breath in. Out. Deep breath in. Out. One last time now on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Switch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And relax. Okay. Let's go ahead and extend our arms to the sides here. We're going to do that same thing again as earlier. So my arms are to the side, but I am going to go ahead and extend it a little bit far behind me, opening up that chest. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's go ahead and have our hands meet together. Slightly curve that back. Feel that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Gently move into these movements. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and straighten out here. We're going to do one last thing. Extend the arms to the side again. Give yourselves a big hug. We're going to inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, let it out. Release. So arm in the bottom is now going to come up top. Same thing. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze again. Exhale. Okay, and relax. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. If you are interested in more classes like these, or our fall prevention classes, or Tai Chi Chuan, also a fall prevention type of Tai Chi class, or any of our caregiver services as well, feel free to let us know. We have caregiver support groups and also our day spot, our virtual type of respite program. And if you're interested in any of these at all, feel free to let us know. We can add you to our newsletter. And I hope you're all taking care, staying safe in all this snow that we're having, if you happen to live here in Twin Cities. But take care, everyone, and have a good day. Bye-bye.